I'm Corey, or Everything Fantasy. I'm a video game composer, and today we're going to listen to more music from Wuthering Waves. So, Tainted Notes Fractured Verses. First of all, I love the name in and of itself. The name sounds super impressive. But I know this is a boss battle theme. It's Denia's boss battle theme from what I understand it to be. From what I've been told, at least. And I'm kind of nervous, I'll be honest. I'm nervous partly because I'm about to go into playing Wuthering Waves, but also at the same time, I've heard music from that represents her before. I know the sort of feel of it. This feels like it could be epic. Is it going to be disturbing? Let's get into this. We are in the key of F minor, but the beginning had this like detuned piano. It sounded a little bit like this. It's that kind of sound, effectively. But now we have this epically fast section with loads and loads of strings. Okay, let me think. There's a song that I've reacted to that I feel like uses a music box as well, I'm going to say. Also representing her too. But there's so many things going on here to discuss. So we have the music box section. We had that fast-paced choir section as well. That sounded... this is going to be a female choir, but... kind of something along those lines. Whoa, I recognize that. I recognize that a lot. I should probably have changed that back. It was that phrase. I'm pretty sure that's from another theme, right? I'm not making that up, I think. I feel like there's so many things I could say. Like, it's hard to focus on one particular thing, because every time I think of one particular thing, everything changes. We had, again, the music box section. That idea. We then had the electronic section. Occasionally we just get these... that kind of thing, over and over again. The change in tempo is insane as well. But in terms of the feeling that I get from this, so... initially, when I heard the beginning, I thought to myself, okay, this is crazy disturbing on some level. We get the element of playfulness, but it almost feels like that playfulness has just evolved into something quite menacing almost. This feels very evil. Evil, deadly, disturbing, worrying. Those are all the sorts of ideas that come to mind. Almost like the playful nature of a character has completely changed and evolved into something truly demonic, in a sense. We're probably going to go into another... I bet you were about to go into another section here, and it's going to change tempo again. Again, it just feels very playful. In fact, I should play it on a music box. I think it's going to make it even more playful sounding. it sounds so disturbing. Like I'm almost imagining like horror film where the main character is, or the main villain, if anything, is a demonic child. Sorry, what happened there? Is this like another phase of the music? It's something like that. This is a cool symphonic piece of music with so many movements and segments. I struggle to imagine what I'm visually seeing on screen. Whatever it is, it's constantly evolving and moving and going crazy all the time. Similar motif to before, actually. I just love these interesting ideas that kind of come through. I'm almost wondering if it's borrowing musical motifs from a number of different pieces. This doesn't feel random. This feels very intentional. And we have the fast-paced string tubular bells ending, the finale. That's incredible. First of all, compositioning, this is insane. I feel like, in the nicest possible way, this composition is composed by a mad person. I mean that as a compliment, in a sense. It's just so packed full of interesting compositional elements, from the sporadic random segments, how they transition into each other. I like the individual ideas and motifs throughout that as well. It just gives me this feeling of absolute nightmare and chaos. Like, I'm recording this on Friday. I intend to play Wuthering Waves tomorrow on the Saturday. So I am recording and editing this. It's like 8:30 p.m. today. I'm recording and editing this today, and I will play Wuthering Waves tomorrow. Thanks in advance, by the way, to the two people that have signed up to be mods. We hugely appreciate it. Anyway, and it kind of makes me wonder what I'm getting myself in for. This is insane. This is scary. That's the way I'd kind of sum this up, if anything. And I'm really curious to see what people have said about this. So, okay, this was suggested a lot of times. Latest boss patch OST, okay. Okay, people are just sending the link, another one of the links. Since you've been reacting to Denia's themes, I'd figured you may as well react to her boss fight. theme from the game. I also really enjoy your breakdown of the music individually. You give proper. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Greetings from the UK. They're from Germany. Boss theme from the game for Denia. Girl whose image song was The Senses ad Nihilum. I remember that song very well. Quite the different vibe from the usual vocal. Yeah, very, very different. People have been requesting songs from the game that and this is one of those that doesn't have actual lyrics. Okay, interesting. I'm kind of glad on some level people aren't giving me too much detailed context, because I think it's one of those things that I feel like is probably better for me to experience for myself. I'm going to give you a link to a specific video containing the track since it's the most complete listen. Don't mind the visuals. If you don't want it, don't mind the visuals if you don't want to, as it's only gameplay footage of the boss fight. Onto my I won't look at this. Only reason why is because I feel like I don't want to see it. If it were the case that I was never going to play this, I probably wouldn't mind clicking at it, but I kind of just don't want to see anything. Like, I don't actually personally know much of what Wuthering. I don't really know how it plays. I don't know the features of the game, and so I feel like I'd benefit from just going in completely blind tomorrow. But I'll still mention the thing that they said. They said, this is a bit different from your more recent Wuthering Waves music reactions, as it's a boss fight without traditional lyrics. There are a lot of classical tones in this piece. I definitely get that across. And one of the credited composers is actually Beethoven. You know, actually, this makes a lot of sense. Some of the themes and especially the things that the strings were doing in particular, and the piano on some level too, well, the music box as well, did feel very classical in nature. I couldn't pinpoint exactly a composer that I'd connect it to, but Beethoven does actually make sense. I wonder if you can find his influence in this track. I felt like some of the phrases that I played felt very Beethoven-like, although I must admit I'm not like a huge expert of the music of Beethoven. I probably should be since I studied him for a while, but not anymore. I feel like there was somebody else that said something, but they didn't put Tainted Notes Fractured Verses in my spreadsheet or on the website. They kind of just called it Denia Boss Theme. Oh yeah, I see it. Denia's boss music. Do you hear the classical song Happy Birthday Denia? I feel like I saw people say Happy Birthday a lot around a particular time. I don't know why. But this was what an interesting listen. It just makes me all the more curious of what's happening here, but I don't want to know what's happening. I do get the impression that it's going to take me a long time to get to this in-game. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's the impression I get. That it's a long-running game, there's a lot of things to encounter. I'm really curious about things like, what's the battle system going to be like? What is adventuring going to be like? I must admit, I'm someone that can lose attention span for a game quite quickly if it's not engaged me in a particular way. But I'm curious. I'm excited to go into it tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you'll join me as well. It'll be 6 p.m. UK time, I think. I hope. Around that time anyway, if I can make sure my setup works and everything. But until then, thanks for watching the video in any case. Please feel free to suggest more. I have more Wuthering Waves reactions lined up. In fact, it might be easier for me to just tell you what they are so you don't suggest them. But they are Oh Son, Witness My Name, which I've listened to before, but the video got corrupted, so I'm going to do it again as an analysis video. A Small Miracle, and The Moored Boat. Yeah, it's those. So feel free to suggest things that aren't those. And thanks for watching, and take care for now.